Spurs McButt, I shall be the snake oiler. You got an item, walking stupid. We can't just leave him to cage the star.
Yeah. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, calls one last time, then flies to the west.
Well, it's...
You should do desert survival. That feels very important. We're going to a desert.
I will, Mom. Goodbye. It's good that I followed your advice and got the lockpicking one. Oh, I don't have any dicker.
Let's hold off.
Oh, wait.
Is that
Cactus.
the doctor? You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you.
Howdy, Cactus Man.
Howdy yourself. The name's Bill. Cactus Bill.
What happened to you, Bill?
Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen.
And that's why they call you Cactus Bill?
No, that's just a coincidence.
Oh, does it hurt?
Does what hurt?
You know, being a cactus?
Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. Natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring.
Yeah, I bet.
It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you?
Not yet, sorry.
Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind.
Will do, Bill.
I forget what you need. Okay, so he's played it, and I remember that you can be friends with the goblin.
Yes. And
that's about as much as I remember is that you can be friends with the goblin. Oh, more needles. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you?
how's business?
Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. I'm a horse to keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one.
Well, that's rough. Maybe I could help.
Oh, God, yes. Thank you, please. I'll go fetch them myself except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them.
How many are there?
3. Here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same places. Doop, beep, beep.
Why these places?
I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed some of these oats. I should present it back here.
Bag of homing oats. How does that work?
They're special pigeon-infused oats.
Okay, will do. See you later. Oh, I remember. We don't need to walk around. We have science. Let's go to get the horses first. Attack.
I don't know how any of this works.
Another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Science. This snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one.
I'm good at tricks. You that thirsty, Daniel?
I'm always thirsty.
This horse has gone snake crazy. Or are you some other kind of crazy before?
Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey fella, I'm a friend, okay?
Yeah.
It's cool, alright. Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Look him in the eye.
I would say don't look him in the eye.
Pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot. But seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul, or whatever madness bounces around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glossy 1,000-yard stare. The other is revolving madly in its socket, like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now. It's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though.
Oh, you thought you were made of spiders.
Well, I might be.
Feed him the oats.
Are you hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. That works. You feed the crazy horse some of those homing oats, and it gallops away in a whinny, or rather a... Hopefully he heads home and not to the 12th dimension. Cool. Now I got a bone to pick.
Our founder, Zephaniah Boring. He was actually a really interesting guy.
Oh, another dirty mug.
Nice. Benjamin Crockett, he showed up way too early. Beauregard, Skeleton, Captain 3rd Cavalry. This grave is really noisy.
Oh, I would imagine. A skeleton. You're not going to get past it without a scuffle.
A scuffle it is. What's that one say? That guy just wouldn't stay put. Timothy Cochrane, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochrane, beloved daughter. Silas Cochrane, a baby.
Yeah.
Ghost horse.
Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky translucent horse.
Approach her. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, but you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easy.
Hello there. I'm a friend, okay?
Yay!
That's a little strange. How do you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose.
You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you're going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing.
Your Mick butt. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Yep, still cold.
You get the idea. Feed her the oats.
Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that.
Try the oats again.
You hold out the oats again, but the horse continues to ignore you. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them. I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt?
Rainy!
Is that a yes? Weird, but okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats.
You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt, hold them out again. Horse gazes expressionlessly at them, and then eats them. Nay!
With that, she glides away in the direction of town.
Bizarre.
Like science.
This is almost a bizarre adventure, you could say. Because if only our character was named John. This definitely does not bear closer scrutiny. There's still some more meat ore. Ooh.
Whoop. Huzzah! Oh, I have a lantern. I didn't even know I had that.
These instructions for the cargo elevator.
Examine the controls. Examine the controls.
Level 1 is blasting cap storage, 2 is plungers, both kinds, level 3 is tools. I say we leave the elevator alone.
Okay then.
I think we have more to do. Yum.
Unrefined meat.
These are
TNT.
plungers. So do you want to go down to plungers?
Well, I want to get all of it.
Or...
Aww. Oh, I can.
It's a toolbox, but it's locked.
I got a
You managed
crowbar.
to unlock the toolbox, but a needle was ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar.
Sweet. Now let's get the blasting caps.
These crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label. That's why it's inside the quotes like that.
Gotcha.
You pry one of the crates open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap.
And now for the last.
Plungers! The sign lied. There's only one kind.
Good fast reading. I almost messed you up.
No, I just knew the joke. I figured it out when I just read the first line and then you clicked past it. I'm sure it's
Whoops.
completely different.
This looks dangerous.
Hook up the plunger to it.
Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. Only a fair distance, though.
This makes you nervous.
You press the plunger and nothing happens. You forgot to hook up a blasting cap. Oops. This looks dangerous. You've succeeded at putting yourself in grave danger.
Press the plunger. Nice.
That is science. Wait.
Nom nom nom.
You see a dark horse. Barely.
Approach her.
Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm your friend.
Winnie?
The horse shies away from you. Though in this case, it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you.
Introvertedness. Or introverteds.
Away from you. Reassure her. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought you some oats. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't the most comforting thing to say.
Feed with you.
As you reach out to...
Oh, you push pat her nose? As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows.
Oh, come on.
Dang.
That was an appropriate answer. Feed her the oats.
You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse.
Here you go. Yum yum. She slides away from you, wary and making a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, okay? You take a handful from the bag and toss some of them in your mouth. Ugh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dried cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize you've unconsciously turned away and walked out the door. Geez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you wearily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine.
Just feed her the oats. Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse.
That didn't work.
Oh man, that's a good girl. Winnie?
Hey, you read all the lines.
You've been reading all my lines too. You'll get over
No,
it.
I've been reading the narration part because it would be boring if only one of us reads it. Anyway.
The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone.
This horse is Batman.
Well, okay then. No.
Okay. As long as you're fine with that.
Okay.
Let's go to the hideout now.
Okay. Just wait. Which one are we supposed to grab? Are you willing to go back to Boring Springs and check?
Yeah, I'm going to solve my problem. I've got a few cufflinks. I'm just gonna ignore them and see how far I can get. If I was wearing shoes, I could wear these.
Fancier shirts.
Oh, look. You quickly memorized the entire book. You got lockpicking experience.
But how do we get bickering?
After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape.
Go, orphans, go!
It's one of those Frickner boys.
Fricker boys.
One of those Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub.
Do we have rope?
Psst, can you pass the soup?
So?
He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub.
Wow.
You grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together, and then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later.
Aww. You have a strong moral compass and an accurate ethical protractor.
Yes, I was correct. Let sleeping bandits lie. Now I wonder, since I have the ethical choice now.
Aww.
Well,
No, don't wake him up.
leave him to die on his own terms.
Oh, we need foraging. Alright, what are we doing?
I guess we're using science on these guys. You cautiously approach the Fricker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here?
I'd say leave. Maybe leave without alerting them?
Nope. Our only option is violence in this case. Time for violence. Howdy, boys. Deal me in?
The one with the eye patch raised an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want?
It's Bimmy.
It's me, Bimmy, your brother. He squints at you. Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy.
I am so, Bimmy. I stole some Rube's face. That might work.
Ha! You always had a knack for face rustling. What's new, Bimmy?
We gotta get out of here and fast, Wimpy. The Pinkertons are... Should I accept letting them go, or should we capture them?
We don't need them. We need Bimmy.
I guess no violence. Bang nabbit? Come on, Snipes, let's hightail it.
I'll catch you. Wimpy nods. He and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. You congratulate yourself on your attentiveness, memory, and strong interpersonal skills. We got some grit.
Let's grab the door and skedaddle.
Cup!
Aha, they stole one of the cups.
More!
More meat.
Grab it.
I'm impressed with my pockets. My pants are so slimming, but you would never notice
Can
there's
you
an
go
entire
further
door
in
in
the
them.
cave?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean-
Litter and all.
Look at how much stuff I have. You'd never know that I'm just wearing very slimming jeans. Oh, they just left him here.
Just ignore him.
No, I'm waking him up.
Why?
I'm curious what'll happen.
You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. If we assume that 7 years from now, that idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him.
Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike.
Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine.
Okay.
What if we find Thud later? Oh my gosh.
We've committed all the solutions to the world's problems.
Go to the sheriff. We ain't got Dickerin.
We got soup.
So,
Soap.
Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lot. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door, and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up?
Yep, 1 or 2 of them they're asleep on the job.
I'll go round them up shortly, then looks like I owe you a reward. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one.
What you need?
Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock.
Just so happens I have one.
Nice. That'll do nicely. Sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire! Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy?
I'll see what I can do. Well, there goes another one of my needles. You definitely picked the lock. Oh, I don't need to worry about breaking locks now. I unlocked your cell for you.
The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it, and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you, kindly stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you done.
Don't mention it.
Here, have the souvenir as your time in Boring Springs.
You got
Can
a
we
rip.
put it on the call? Be a sheriff.
Sure.
I won't be a sheriff. I
Aha.
was already on.
I have one more armor.
Plastic facility.
This plastic facsimile of a sheriff badge. He usually gives them to children who tour the jail.
Aw.
This
Alright, let's go to Horseman.
The BS Horsery.
I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse.
Sure thing.
Looks like my pale horse made back safe. Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he?
Not that I noticed.
That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you.
Thanks.
Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you?
You said something earlier about an injury?
Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how. It's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to take a look at it, but she gave up doctoring.
Why'd you do that?
Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. Said she wouldn't talk to anybody except Nurse Whiskey.
Is that an actual nurse or...
I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic.
I see.
Well, we know one person who's drinking whiskey. Well, you gotta turn in... Found these mugs. Much obliged. 125 neat. Nice.
You tip your hat to the bartender.
Just thought I'd say howdy. Well, then mission accomplished, I reckon.
Oh, nothing more. Oh, there's a door here.
Alright. How do we make... No, wait.
Oh,
How do
no.
we make the alien love us?
The
The
alien?
goblin.
Why did you think it was an alien?
Because it looks like an alien. That looks like an alien.
Well, first I need to grab the whiskey.
Grab a bottle.
And then... Whoop, wait a second.
Ooh!
I found all the problems that I
April
saw.
20th? It was 420, dude.
Wait, where?
The newspaper. It's April 20th. Oh.
This woman glares at you.
Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name?
I saw the graves in the cemetery.
Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen, saw the whole damn thing. Couldn't do nothing about it.
The bartender said it was the cows.
Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore.
What happened?
It was a raid. See, Mom and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead. She left me the place when she passed.
Go on.
Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago. It happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cow smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that.
What did you do?
There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drained her glass. I don't want to talk about it no more.
Sorry.
She refills her bug from a bottle in the bar and doesn't reply.
What will you do now? That's some pretty cheap whiskey. I mean, was it vodka?
It
Yeah.
was whiskey.
No, she was drinking vodka from it.
No, it was whiskey.
I don't know the difference.
I specifically said, damn, she's drinking whiskey from a beer cup? Or a beer mug?
Yeah, I don't know the difference. They're all the same to me.
Oh my god.
What will you do now?
Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though.
Why not?
It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody.
Where is it?
Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need somebody to go get it for me.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Susie shows you on the map where her ranch is. You got the Cochran Ranch.
Give me a moment.
Nurse Whiskey. Oh.
Did you bring me something to read? Yep.
Much obliged, partner. Now let me see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know, my shovel. I left it behind the house at Orso Mine. It's yours if you go and forget it. I sure won't. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. I need.
Find that house in home mine. Got it. Thanks,
Could you
Bill.
just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave?
Stick the newspaper to him.
There you go.
And now he can read
Dig.
forever.
Or no, we don't have dig. Fuck. Gotta go back to Orso Mine.
Look behind that house. I now have the power of the shovel. Let's go test this new power.
Oh, is there diggy things in here too?
Yep. Dig.
Nice. Now if we need any nuggets, we have some.
Yeah, we have the nugs. There definitely should be one here, right? Let's pillage a grave. I have an entire cavalry.
This is a fight.
Yes. Huzzah, and I also got a gold tooth. I always wanted one of those. Well, time to go.
There's that one spot. Yay!
Huzzah! Public hygiene. I got the last mug.
Nice!
My completionist urges are being fulfilled. Oh, right, we need to go to the doctor. Whiskey delivered for you, Doc.
What brand?
Nurse whiskey, your favorite, I'm led to believe.
Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. You're rattle, she unlocks the door.
Yes.
Wow, shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace?
No, this is where it's supposed to be.
The stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks.
Hey, Doc, can I look at your books?
Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me.
Okay, fine.
Is this how you get dicker in?
Possibly.
Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stay.
Okay, I've never been one to feed an alcoholic, but she cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. She then puts the flask back in her pocket and starts to chug out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy.
Who's the doctor here, me or you?
Gotcha. Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright?
That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream, compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully.
So, what's the matter, Doc?
What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart. You ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that.
Dead men walking?
You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons stagger around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living.
Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery.
It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind.
But how is that even possible?
It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up.
Patience? Oh. Ouch.
Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But that doesn't happen is them come back afterward looking for revenge.
That must be pretty rough.
Rough? But I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands.
Oh,
Indeed.
Hey Doc, can I look at your books?
Sure, if you want to. Not that they're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole.
You should try being less cheerful, Doc.
Survey the books. They're all medical textbooks, except a couple. There were a few. Goblinoid Tongues!
The Legend of Curly's Meat.
Legendary treasure, massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield.
We're gonna need to steal that eventually, I'm sure. The life and work of Fred Ferguson.
This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you might mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. These are some useful appendices in the back, and some diagrams of appendices.
Sounds about right. Leaf through the
Goblinoid
goblinoid tongues.
You can talk! Start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that a blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You've learned how to speak Goblin. Sort of.
You got the perk, goblin tongue. Make like a tree and leaf.
What now?
What's the deal with all the TNT?
It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back.
That seems Jurassic Park.
Drastic. Hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things.
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, now that we know that question, do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections?
Well, I heard a rumor.
A rumor, what is it?
It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source.
Or
Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he sent magic out into the world somehow.
magic like bean slinger shoes?
I've never heard of any bean slinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans.
Well, I mean, sometimes it seems like they can properly take you down, so why can't they raise somebody up? About the necromancer.
Assuming he exists, what about him?
Well, maybe someone ought to try to stop him.
Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me.
Why not you?
A gray-haired old lady that knows about as much as fighting as squirrel nose surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid?
You aren't that old. You ain't that old, and if I were gonna pick someone to go against Necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right?
Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from a bottle, saying nothing.
It sounds to me like you got plenty of motivation to get the job done, for your friends and everyone.
She continues to look at you. You see the gears turn in her head.
It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of D&D and drinking yourself to death. Ain't even doing any doctoring anyway.
She winces and looks away, then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor?
Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him.
It's crazy. Impossible.
Impossible like raising the dead is impossible?
Alice crosses her arm and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes.
Did I accidentally recruit her?
Alright, kid, what the hell? Let's give it a shot.
Cool.